All right, this is Chris Raines from Celtic Grove Web Radio. We're here at Jack of the Wood in Asheville, North Carolina, speaking with Nick Watson from Celtic Soul. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing pretty good, Chris. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good.
We're all fed. We've got beer. We're here.
It's really important, you know, with gigs, especially when you're so far from home.
Yeah. So, Nick, we're probably going to bounce around here a little bit and talk about some different things, but let's get started talking about how Celtic Soul came together.
I guess we've been together about going on 3 years now. First started, I took a year off after being on the road for about 3 years. Took a full year off, just sort of a cleansing period, and I met up with Kevin Breslin, who's a keyboard player from Belfast, in a local bar, an Irish bar, and they'd been playing in Europe for a long time with a band called Energy Orchard, and we decided that we had some good ideas and we'd really try to put something together in Jacksonville, which is going to be a mean feat because Jacksonville's not really, you know, up on Celtic music much, but there's a strong community, small community there. But anyway, that's where it started. After we got Kevin and I involved in writing stuff, that would be Sandy. He's just sound checking. Yeah. But you know, we speaking of Sandy, she called me up and asked me to teach her husband to play the boron. So I said yeah, you know, and I said, does he have a drum? She said no. So I had to go out and get the drum for her, and once I got it, I gave her a call. So she ended up at the house with her husband and this boron, but she brought a fiddle with her. So I had no idea she was a fiddle player. So number 3, you know, she arrived and we started just playing tunes, basically nothing, you know, just getting around, having a good time. And then from there, we started getting a little bit serious. We started honing a little sound, you know, and Andy came on board and with the upright bass. It's just grown from there. It's been a little slow, but it's been good, you know. We're really starting to get our direction now. We just got out of the studio, matter of fact, just last week with our second album.
Tell us a little bit about the second album and how it may differ from what we've heard before on Taking Down the Half Door.
Okay, Taking Down the Half Door was pretty much just thrown together of stuff that we had really rushed together, and a lot of tunes on there. It's not a bad album, not a bad first album, but our new album, We Blue Man, is definitely leagues ahead for us. There's a lot more original material on there. We've developed a lot more. We've come out, it's kind of more of a, I hate to use the cliche of crossover, but it's just, I'd rather just say it's more developed of Celtic Soul right now. We're really excited about it. We just got the master back and listened to it on the way up here in the van, and it's just leagues ahead of the last album. Really
with Taking Down the Half Door, there were a lot of traditional songs on there, like Spancel Hill and Black is the Color.
Yeah, basically Old Standards was on there because we really weren't developed and we didn't know originally where we were headed at that point, so we put on music that we knew people would like, you know, easy digestible music, still with the traditional tint to it, you know. This album's got some traditional stuff on it too, but it's more got our stamp on it, I guess.
And in addition, maybe to the stamp, is there some original writing on this one as well?
Absolutely, yeah. It's about 50-50 actually. Okay. Jana's got 3 or 4 tunes on there, and Kevin wrote a couple, you know, so we all collaborated on it and just put to it what we thought it should be, you know. It turned out real well.
When you started playing music some years back, when you were younger, and when you were in Ireland, were you influenced by the different styles of music in different parts of Ireland? I mean, were you aware of a different style from, say, Dory or Donegal, from from Dublin or Belfast? what were your influences like, and how did you fit that into your development as a musician?
I first started out playing in pipe bands, Chris, and it was just kind of like snare drum, as opposed to drum kit. And I was exposed at an early age to all the traditional tunes on the pipes. But as far as the different regional styles going, I didn't really get into that because I was too busy practicing, because we were competing a lot. Very competitive band, we went on to grade 1 and the band won the Worlds a couple of times. And so it really got sucked into that, and you had to stay there in order to concentrate on the music. But after I left the band, I started playing drums, just experimental, see if I could do it. And it was just like your local garage band, rock and roll, Deep Purple stuff, Led Zeppelin, and then kind of got a musical taste that I liked to play, and that was Celtic. Like, kind of the first band that really got me excited was a band called Moving Hearts. Are you familiar with Moving Hearts?
Oh,
yeah. They really just blew my mind, and I actually went to one of their last concerts in the Ulster Hall in Belfast with Richard Parks from Field Marshal Montgomery. We used to hang about together a little bit, and we went to that show, and it was like amazing. The hairs in the back of my neck were just like standing straight up, There was like 9 of them on stage. Davy Spillane, Declan Masterson, 2 pipers, sax player, percussionist, drummer, bass player, bouzouki. It was like the Irish Santana, I'd never heard anything quite like that in my life before, and ever since that day I was like, I'm going to put something together like that, and hopefully I'll be able to play in a band of that caliber someday. So that's my goal, just pioneer, and it's just, I think a lot of Celtic music today, he opened up a lot of doors of freedom in it. There are a lot of purists out there in traditional music that, probably frown upon what we're doing, and that's okay, I mean, there has to be freedom in music. It has to progress. I think it's all good for the heritage and the culture of the music, no matter what.
Were you influenced at all by the folk fusion bands of the 70s, like Silly Wizard or Pentacle or Still Ice Band or any of those folks?
They weren't major influences. Actually, after the fact, after I got into what I'm doing right now, I kind of stumbled upon these bands, and it was kind of funny to sit back and go, so this has been done before. Maybe not with quite the attitude that we're doing it, but, Celtic rock in itself is, as you say, it's back from the 70s. Bands like Horselips from Belfast were doing this stuff back in the 70s. But today's Celtic rock, as you all know out there, it's definitely come on leaps and bounds, and we're hearing everything today from like punk, Celtic, ska Celtic, it's unbelievable, every day I hear a different angle on the Celtic thing. That's what keeps us going out here, is the people that, support us by buying our albums, and without them, we really couldn't afford to do this, which would be such a shame. We'd be working day jobs all the time.
Let's mention the new CD once again, Nick.
It's called Wee Blue Man. We have a little logo. It's a little fertility symbol. It's a Pictish piece of art, and we've kind of latched onto it. We've got our own personal stories about it and stuff, and we have fun with it. But we're just going to call the album that, and it'll be available shortly here.
Thanks so much for speaking with us here at Celtic Grove, Nick.
It was a pleasure.
It's great to come out here and see you at Jack of the Wood, and now we're going to eat some more good food and drink some good beer and hear you guys play some great music.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot.